Wednesday is back, but something is seriously wrong. Look closely at Jenna Ortega's face. Do you see it? The skin is so smoothed out, it's like she's been run through a TikTok beauty filter from 2016. Fans are furious, calling it iPod video quality, and even asking if Netflix hired Snapchat to edit the show. This isn't one or two people nitpicking, it's a full-blown backlash across Reddit, Twitter, and Instagram, and it could completely change how you see Season 2. So before you watch another episode, let's break down exactly what Netflix did, why it's blowing up online, and whether this digital over-smoothing just ruined the gothic, gritty vibe that made Wednesday a hit in the first place. You fire up Wednesday Season 2, and something's off. Jenna Ortega's face is so smooth, so polished, it's uncanny. Fans immediately reacted online, calling it overdone airbrushing and asking, is this made for iPod video? One viewer posted, why is the fire in #Wednesday pixelated? Very obvious skin smoothing. Is this made for iPod video? Another rager said, blurry digital smoothing keeps making me think my eyes are broken. Others described that her face as very polished, almost blurry, especially her nose and cheeks, unnatural. On Reddit, the discussion blew up. I really dislike how most Netflix shows have a beauty filter. It's very obvious and distracting. Another person added, my wife even asked if it was her. She looked that different. These aren't isolated opinions, they're a wave of similar observations repeated across X, Reddit, and Instagram. So what's Netflix doing here? Are they going for fantasy CGI perfection, or is someone in post-production just overzealous with digital smoothing? For a dark gothic show, this glossy porcelain skin feels completely counterintuitive. It strips away the raw texture that makes creepy visuals work. Fans have described her Season 2 look as chiseled, airbrushed, and unnaturally flawless, particularly noticeable on her cheeks and nose. It's not just Jenna either. Some have pointed out that Morticia Addams, played by Catherine Zeta-Jones, looks even more heavily filtered in certain scenes. Let's look at the evidence. On screen, Wednesday's cheeks and nose are unusually smooth. Here's a screenshot, zero texture, ghostly uniform skin tone. Compare it to Season 1, where you can see natural shadows, freckles, and facial detail. In Season 2, the skin is almost mannequin-like. It's the kind of thing that jumps out even more when you pause on a still frame. This isn't just good lighting. The smoothing is so consistent across shots that it screams automated filter. Fans aren't just whispering, they're livid. One Redditor quipped, you'd expect more from a $100 million Tim Burton show. Another said, my wife didn't recognize her, had to IMDb her, to be sure. The feedback isn't just about one actress's appearance, it's about authenticity. The horror and gothic atmosphere of Wednesday works because it feels grounded and textured. When you add a glossy digital sheen, it starts to look like an Instagram reel instead of a Netflix flagship. So does the filter kill the story? Not entirely. Wednesday still delivers the weird, twisted fun fans loved in Season 1. Jenna Ortega's performance remains sharp and deadpan. And as a producer this season, she's brought more horror elements to the show's DNA. But this level of post-production shine is distracting. And for a character celebrated for her blunt, realistic energy, it's jarring. Even critics who praise the writing and direction have admitted is too much and pulls them out of the story. And here's the cliffhanger. Season 2, Part 2 lands on September 3rd. Will Netflix ease up on filters? Will Jenna's natural shadows and textures return? Or is Nevermore turning into Filtermore? If you spot any texture, freckles, or real skin tone in Part 2, let me know. Because whether you're here for the mystery, the murder, or the memes, one thing's for sure. A beauty filter has no place in a gothic nightmare.